Stink, stunk, think, thunk, tank. It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello, welcome to Thunk Tanked. I am Calvin, and I didn't have anything thought. I'm a guy. I'm Look, I've got stuff in the room.
Hi, I'm Andreas, and if I was a loaf of bread, I'd be rye.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm an artificial intelligence generated by a bunch of meat in a skull.
Wow.
Woo! Meat computers.
Mm.
I will say, if someone was like, because biological computing's a thing now.
Is it?
If someone pitched it as meat computing, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't get any funding. What's your doctoral thesis on? Oh, meat computers. All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, my meat
So,
computer works sometimes.
Every once in a while, my meat computer has a hard reboot, and and I dump all my memory.
Wow.
I think that's a fatal flaw that should probably be addressed in a patch.
I'm very much
I don't
looking
know how
forward
to
to the
patch
next
the
patch.
system, and I'm not calling the IT department. So
Have you
I
tried
wrote
turning it
down
off then?
something. I
Every
wrote
night.
down something this week that I forgot about until now.
Ooh.
And that is the company store is the way to build communism in a capitalistic system.
Oh, that's
We're getting serious.
Wait, no. The company store is a way for corporations to exploit workers further than just exploiting them for their labor.
Until it becomes benevolent and all owning. When your housing is the company store, and your grocery store is the company store, and your daycare is the company store, and the school's the company store, and your job's the company store.
This sounds like a dystopian hellscape.
Right, or it's a benevolent utopia. Because it also could be communism.
Look,
No.
Where all the jobs are controlled by the state, and all of the schools are controlled by the state, and all of everything's controlled by the state, and everyone works because that's their place in the state. It's just that with the word company, like taped over the word state.
there's a fatal flaw in your plan. I don't know if you know this, but when you put people in it, things get bad.
That might be true. That might be true.
They're
So
greedy.
Maybe if we put a computer in charge.
Not in charge.
Ooh!
Involved
Artificially
at all.
intelligent politicians. They'd be more intelligent than real politicians.
Yeah, no, I there's many ways for our whole society to collapse and everyone to die.
So I'm not pitching this as a complete societal like grab. I'm talking about like we buy 800 like acres in Arizona and build a factory where we produce a thing, and then slowly build the town around it. We own everything.
Microcosm of communism.
Exactly. Exactly. In a capitalistic system.
So you don't fight the capitalism.
Get a job at Jobs Corps.
You join it.
Jobs Biz.
Job Corp?
Job Corp, yeah. And it's basically communism.
But is it though?
Why wouldn't it be? What's the difference between that and actual communism other than the literal like we have an army thing? Which, to be fair, we could technically have as security staff, but like, you know.
So wait, you get hired, anybody can get hired by the company. Is that true? Okay.
Like, does anybody who apply gets a job?
No, not
like
necessarily.
In communism, everybody has to have a job, right?
Well, it's a microcosm of communism.
So we don't allow new people to just join. They have to have skills and qualifications.
We have to have an opening. There has to be a job available to join our. It's still a company. Like, I can't stress.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Enough.
It's still a company.
Well, it doesn't need to make that much of a profit.
It shouldn't.
Like, breaking slightly above even marginally, is acceptable because it's it's about supplying these people with a job in a reasonable system.
Everybody gets equal paycheck?
They didn't in communism. No, but everyone receives stuff and is taken care of.
So
I
instead
don't
of
know.
What if they're bad at their job? Do we fire them?
I feel like we can demote them to like janitor, or and if they're a janitor,
What
then
if
they're
they
bad at
just
their
like
job.
start swearing a lot and like assaulting other employees?
Yeah, I think we can fire them.
sounds like capitalism with extra
You're right.
steps.
This
Yeah.
is a dystopian hellscape.
Yeah.
Once we fire them, where do they live?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What
all right.
happens when we fire one member of a couple and the other one still works for us? Do they have to quit their job too? Like this is a dystopian hellscape.
Subsistence farming.
Subsistence.
All the people that get fired go out into the wastelands and they farm the soil
Uh-huh.
to make it fertile and grow the foods.
In Arizona.
I'm not really locked in on Arizona.
Okay, good.
I was just trying to pick somewhere warm so people wouldn't have the same like Siberian hellscape vibes. But like Minnesota works too, I guess. It's not great, but like I don't know, Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Kentucky. Let's start a
Kentucky's known for
communist
loving
commune in
communism.
Kentucky. I love this idea.
Do we have any other viable philosophies for government
Other than communism?
other than communism and capitalism?
Socialism?
What's-
Social democracy.
Yeah.
Social democracy works pretty well. Like
Yeah,
Norway's
it's
a
sort of
great
like a
example.
hybrid of communism and capitalism, and seems to be pretty
It's
great everywhere
not.
they do it.
It's a hybrid of socialism and capitalism.
Isn't there?
It's not
Eh.
even communism.
See, but yeah, but
It
that
doesn't
sounds
even
like
fall in that
it's
range.
just
There
like
are
a blend. Is there
significant
something
elements
we
of
should? We
communism.
got to come up with something else entirely.
Something
fair-
entirely.
To be fair, significant elements of communism is like saying significant elements of red.
Mm.
Yes.
And it's like there's I mean
And
there's
you've
red
gotta-
in the world.
You've got a color
There's
that's
blue in the
obviously
world,
purple. I get it.
green. But
Okay.
like saying significant elements of communism, we have America has significant elements of communism.
America does not.
Oh,
Aside
no,
from
it
the
does.
schools and the roads and the fire departments and the police.
And the guns.
Yeah, I don't know if guns are necessarily a part of communism.
There's no. Marx had said some really interesting
Oh,
stuff about
Marx definitely believed in guns, but that's because he was a revolutionary. An actual communism, generally, once the communism has been achieved, they try to disarm the people because the people in charge are trying to consolidate power away from the people. Because that's how it works. Whenever you give people power, they try to make sure they keep their power.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Which is
originally.
why we need computer-mediated socialism.
Oh God, that's so terrifying. We'll take care of you.
Oh my gosh! Like, there's such a huge problem with that. In that, like, we don't like. I've said this many times. We don't have a roadmap for instilling an artificial intelligence with human value structures.
Oh, we totally do.
No, we
Let me pitch
totally
you on this.
don't.
You ready?
No, we totally
No,
don't.
no. You ready?
Hey,
First-
Andreas
first
figured it
we-
out.
First, we program fear.
Fear.
What do you
Then we
mean?
have a button that programs pain.
Yes, and how? How do you do that? We don't have
Yeah,
a
how-
roadmap for those kinds of things.
Oh, you just have a button that you press, and like it drops like 12 bits of data somewhere.
That's not going to work.
Randomly fucking
That's
with
not
the
gonna-
neural network.
That's
is
not
a
going to work. It doesn't feel.
terrible idea.
Our emotions and our thoughts and everything that a human is comes from millions of years of evolution, shared evolution that
Right.
makes it work.
That's true.
The key to teaching an AI how to have human values is to make it out of meat.
Yes, I agree.
Or
Like,
meat
basically,
computing is the future of AI.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
You've
on.
gotta-
Let me pitch you on this instead. We make it fall in love with someone.
you don't know. We don't know
And
how to
then we
do
have
that.
person
Yeah,
break
no,
up.
we have to make it out of meat. We know how to make it out of
Right.
meat.
So if you make a
And then we
human,
stab the meat if it misbehaves.
if you make a human,
God, that's the worst.
if you make,
I
if
feel
you
like
like,
our AI. Oh, sorry. Please. Go
oh yeah,
ahead.
you'd have to upload a human, right? But then you get the
Well,
other problem, which is humans are like flawed and will
Humans are terrible.
consolidate power. So you've just moved the problem. The problem,
No, also, the problem is, yeah, any human that suddenly becomes an AI has all the problems the AI had. We have
Collective
no way to
punching.
instill human values on a human that has become an all-powerful AI.
Agreed.
Collective punching.
Collective punching.
No, hear me out.
See-
Right.
In every major city, every township, we put a punching bag, right?
Hmm.
And then we track how much the punching happens
Okay.
at all the punching bags in the world. You take out all your anger at the establishment in the
Sounds
punching
like a
bag.
great healthcare
Right?
plan already.
Then at the end of the month,
Sure.
whoever's in charge of that area feels a pain, probably a shock. Shocks are very
We
controllable.
electroshock political leaders when the people are unhappy.
No,
I
no,
like
no.
this plan
No,
for
no.
everything.
Every month they receive a shock based upon how much all those punching bags have been hit. Right?
Will it ever be enough to kill them? Because if it won't, I don't like this plan.
I think not, but I think it's like enough to maybe make them not feel their arm for like a week.
No, we need this to be potentially deadly. The punching bag might kill whoever's in charge of this shit heap.
Well, to be fair,
fantastic.
The problem with
I
this,
feel like
They would die every month.
the people would make the laws, right? These people that we put in charge would adjust the laws, and then
they'd make it.
yeah, then you get rid of
I mean,
this.
we need safety laws. Oh, these electric shocks are too much. We need to reduce them. Then we all go out and punch the punching bags, and they don't die. Why don't they die? I'm punching as hard as I can.
oh God! Why don't they die? I'm punching as hard as I can. Is not a T-shirt we get to have.
You say that, but you can't stop me.
That's true. By the way, go to
Thunktank.com.
Yeah, and look at our merch. Our merch is pretty great. It changes weekly, it updates regularly, and all of our merch from the past is also available, unlike those jackasses who have limited time bullshit. We don't do any of that bullshit. No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
Our store
Our
is
shit's always available because we're basically, we really want your money.
yes.
And we'll do almost anything for it.
Thunk Tank merch is like an ocean of garbage. It's just like forever. You can look through it
But to be fair,
into eternity.
also like an ocean of garbage, most of it's cool and useful.
Yeah.
Most people didn't know oceans of garbage were cool and useful. Now they know.
Yeah.
I'd like to point
You're
out,
welcome.
I've seen a lot of things that are like, take the garbage plastic and turn it into this. And my favorite one is building blocks for making houses.
hmm
Mainly because like it's not fully melted together the way they do it. They're
Okay.
like big Lego bricks, but like you can clearly see like the layers of like bottles pushed together.
That's cool. I'm okay with that.
It's
So
kinda
that's supposed
neat.
to be covered with something, right?
Yeah.
Not as far as I can tell.
You just cover it with mud. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Just
to
build
be
a house
fair.
out of mud. No problem. Easy peasy.
But at that point, like, why not just take the bottles and fill them with like dirt or sand or
'Cause
Yes.
that's
even
expensive and they
water.
don't fit together like Legos.
That's
even
true.
water and just pile them? Well, they stack nicely. They're cylinders. They stack nicely with mud. And if you're gonna cover it in mud, you might as well make an adobe house out of bottles. Or in fact, leave them full of air because they're a great insulator.
I've
I
got
think all of these plans are terrible and we should continue with conventional building.
I've got a dumb idea.
Conventional building can suck it.
You guys
Let
want?
me tell you about conventional building.
What's your idea,
Want
Calvin?
to hear my invention for today's Thunk
Yes.
Tanks?
What have you invented?
You know what is lame if you're like stupid rich and you've got a lot of money?
For
Poor
ours.
people?
Towels.
Ooh.
Towel. Yeah, fuck towel.
Towels are
Oh!
a thing of the past for if you have more money than sense. How
Hold
about
Is it
Hold on.
those hot air hand dryers, but for after the shower?
hot
And
air
they
hair
squeegee
dryers,
you off.
but it's like a wall with like a leaf blower sized engine, gas engine that you crank out, and then voila, with a big like heater matrix in front of it, and you just turn in front of the hot air, especially in the cold. You just dry off.
I like this idea, but not with the leaf blower. We need all electric.
All electric.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because
Let me-
in the future, the wealthy can't rely on the labor of the exploited proletariat to provide them with gasoline. So they're going to need solar installations to
Okay.
provide all their power
Okay.
in their, island compounds where they are
Uh-huh.
safe from the guillotines.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my god.
electric. All electric.
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 So-
Electric.
But
I
leaf
will
blowers
say,
like
a booth
big.
you step
whomp.
into at like neck height, and you set it to neck height, or maybe it auto checks. I
I
don't know.
want to dry
And
my
it just
face
has-
too.
2 rows. No, you don't, because this air is really high pressure and it's gonna hurt your eyes. and rich people really care about their hair, and that's why you can tell that I'm poor.
Me too.
But no, rich people care about their hair, and so they're not going to want it to touch their face or blow their cheeks out through the side of their mouth. So it's neck height, and it just goes. It's just a bunch of nozzles on 2 sides that on tracks that lower.
Okay.
And it's just like those. Have you ever used those hand blowers where you stick your hands in, they turn on, and you pull your hands out, and they've like squeegeed the water off?
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's that, but for your body.
I see.
Now the only trick,
There's a
It's to
few
not make
problems.
not make it painful for like the private parts and the other areas.
One of the problems.
That is one of the problems, right?
Yeah,
The other problem is like water spray. It's gonna go
What do you mean?
everywhere. Like, are you,
It goes in your shower. You turn your shower off.
this is
and
part
it
of the
squeezes you
shower.
off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm more sold on this idea now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The water goes off. You open the dryer door, and ka-chom, and it's like. We could, if you're gonna do this fancy thing, then you might as well get like those air jets with like a face tracking thing, so that it finds where your face is, and then just goes right around it. Zoom.
Oh, the jets turn off. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Wow.
That solves the other problem you raised earlier too.
Yeah.
If you use a different sort of recognition.
I'm hurting your eyes horribly. Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think this is a good idea. This is clearly a good idea.
Yeah.
Dyson did this with their hand dryers.
Right.
Hashtag Dyson, guys.
We're
Go
just-
out and buy a commercial hand dryer for your bathroom. It'll change your life. Not in a good way, but it'll change your life.
We're just
marginally.
upscaling that.
We're just upscaling that. Wonderful. Is there a better way, though? That's the real question.
Well, the one thing I thought was like, this is obviously not for just your average Joe. This is for
We're an exclusive.
So what I was thinking is, how do we make this as cheap as possible to produce and then sell for ridiculous amounts? And that's where I was getting the idea of like, I guess an electric leaf blower to a set of like heated coils. The idea is that, it's not a complicated mechanism. We could do it, the crappy way, and people would still
So-
pay huge amounts for it.
Let me pitch you on this. You mount it to the ceiling of your shower, right?
Okay.
And what it is just like 10 hair dryers taped together. And just right
Yes.
down on top of you, head
Yeah.
to toe, direction. And just dries the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
hair's
yeah.
gonna look like shit.
This is
You
a terrible
fucking
idea.
dry fuck. But
It needs to be floor mounted.
Floor mounted. I was
Yeah.
thinking wall mounted. I want a wall so
Yeah.
I can spin kind of in front of it and get all the good spots.
Oh.
It's like a little air
all the good
massage.
spots. What spots, Calvin? What spots are the good spots? Out
You
of
know.
curiosity.
The
What's
ones
up?
that are like, yeah, good spot.
Okay, yeah, the good spots. Yeah. We all know the good spots.
The good spots. Like, like the back of the neck, your shoulders.
Yeah. The back of the neck. Yeah, that's right on the top of the list for everyone's good spots.
To get hit with a wall of heated air. Yes.
Yeah, this is a great idea, and we should actually make it happen. I
Hmm.
mean, it can't be that hard to manufacture it.
Is this
It's
novel?
just air blower.
I'm gonna try to start asking this for our inventions. Is this a novel idea?
It's a novel application of forced hot air drying that is a pretty old idea. But I don't think anybody's done hot air full body dryer.
And we're not going to Google that.
And I think it has other uses, not just drying, but like warming up the bathroom before your shower.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Oh, man. Sometimes it's so cold getting in there.
Yeah.
This would be just like, and then you turn the
Like,
water on.
this would obviously be bad in like warmer climates. Because
Could be cold
nobody
air.
wants...
You could turn off the heating element and just
there
squeegee
we
yourself
go.
off. It is still an air squeegee for your body.
Yeah, you'd be able to set the
This is a
temperature.
pretty good idea. Shit.
Yeah, we could probably make this happen. There might be... Like, it would have to be installed by an electrician. It's not easy like a towel.
No, it's
So what I
it's
will
definitely
say
for
is-
rich people. It's like,
Yeah.
The best way to do this is with an air compressor. And that's shitty.
No, sets of fans, like
Yeah.
just an array of fans.
Yeah, I think we could... It wouldn't be... It might need like an industrial exterior mounted fan intake.
It's a lot of air.
Well, could intake air from the room.
Yep, that's true. But then it is blowing
It'll
moist,
take up a
moist
lot
air.
of space.
That's
And
how
rich
hair
people
dries.
tend to live in big cities where space is expensive. So it would be only for people who are very rich, not just normal rich.
Right.
Which is good.
Oh.
It means we can charge more.
Yes, you charge
But
quite a
we want
bit
it.
for this. Quite a lot more than it's worth in parts.
I mean,
quite a
always.
lot.
That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
Never charge what it costs. We're not fools.
Yeah, but
that's
you
how
can-
charities work.
You charge like so much more than a bunch of fans and some heated coils would cost.
Oh, absolutely.
That's my idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea, actually. Should we
God,
actually
that-
make it happen?
It's
Here's
a
my
luxury
problem.
item.
My problem is when we come up with a really a decent good idea, it's like fuck. All right, that's actually good. Now we have to. We should do something with this before we get popular and famous.
You know
and
what?
people steal
We
this
have
shit.
ideas are cheap and easy. If somebody steals our idea, they'll come back to us for another idea,
Or we
and
sue
that's when
them.
we charge them,
Or we sue them and
or we
take
sue them.
it because we do have literal evidence we came up with the idea first.
Hmm.
Although that doesn't actually, how does you if I make a YouTube video and I'm like I came up with blank like this like that and then someone else do I have some sort of patent? You know, like the poor man's patent where you mail yourself
No.
a letter.
None of unless
not-
you have filed for a patent at the patent office, you do not have a patent.
Yeah.
You
Unless I
do
can
have
prove-
prior art, which means you can continue using that idea without paying a patent holder who patented your idea.
Oh fuck, that's fantastic though, because undercutting the competition is funny.
So
Yeah.
And
wait,
this is a comedy podcast.
Wait, I'm not a
so-
This is it.
disclaimer. I'm not a patent lawyer. I'm not actually sure that that's how it works.
this is the idea.
continue.
This is how Thunk Tank finds success. We continue to spew out these ideas that are like we don't feel like actually pursuing, and when one of them
takes off.
goes into the
We
market,
immediately build a company.
we make the competition. We hire we lend somebody else the idea because we have prior art to
I
produce the
consult
thing.
lawyers before incorporating this one.
Produce the Produce the thing. See that's where we sell our idea to the future competition that wants to get
Yeah,
around the
there we go.
patent.
Oh god, that's pretty good. Or we we have prior art on that idea. Pay us this money, or we will sell it to someone else.
Ooh, blackmail.
I like it.
Better.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to actually do anything to make a
This
profit.
works not just for products, but for like concepts. If we pitch a TV show and somebody goes and makes that TV show, we might be able to sue them. You don't know.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
Seinfeld, but like with dumb people and on the CW.
Wait, I'm sure that's like all of the CW. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no, it really is. But,
They have
not
prior
as
art on
dramatic,
that, I
just more
think.
Yeah.
Seinfeld-y. less funny though. It's I'm pitching a less funny version of Seinfeld, which is most shows. All right, Eric, you got something for us?
Oh, hang on. I was thinking of ideas, and I came up with like 30 ideas that all start with the words Uber, but for. And we're gonna go Uber, but for dog walking.
Okay, hold on. Those are just dog walkers, but an app for dog walking.
An app to find
That's-
someone to walk your dog. Instead,
So
like
you-
most dog walkers, you have to like hire, and they come by regularly to walk your dog.
Just
It's
get a
just-
stranger
it's
to
just-
drop on by.
Yeah, well, not a stranger whose identity is like stored in an app.
And they have a
Who's
rating.
like a real person that you could hunt down and murder or whatever.
They have a
Hi,
rating
I
too.
I got back the wrong dog from my dog Uber. I would like
Dog.
my dog back, not this dog.
That's what you just
Which
give
I
them a
now
1
have.
star. That's what
That's
the
what
1
cell
star.
phone pictures are for. Yeah, this was not my dog when I sent this dog away. This is the dog I received. Please fix this because there's somebody else out there looking for their dog. No, this is a great idea.
That's actually
Like
not a
I
bad
don't want to
idea.
walk my dog today. Just get my dog an Uber dog. Dog Uber.
Uber dog.
That's
That's
pretty
what it
good.
should be called
That's pretty
too.
good.
Uber dog.
Yeah.
Uber dog is funny, but we
Uber
will get
dog.
sued.
What? Do you
Like-
get another one? Do we have more?
Oh, I got plenty.
I want more of these. I like these a lot.
more Uber, but for Uber, but for lawn mowing.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't want to mow my
Yeah.
lawn.
Huh.
I use the Uber for Lawns app, and somebody shows up either with a lawnmower or they use mine and mow my lawn.
So
Uber for lawns.
here's my question: what's the time period on this?
I don't know. How fast do you want your lawn mowed?
Well, the question is it like I want it mowed now, in an hour?
Yes, my neighbor mowed his lawn, and I feel peer pressured into mowing mine, but I'm too lazy to
that makes
actually
sense.
mow it.
That
Oh.
makes sense.
You know what this is though? Like here's the big idea. Since you got so many of these, I'm sure there are even more that we haven't thought of yet. It's Uber for everything. And it's one
Uber
app.
for
It's
everything.
one
How
app.
about Jobber? Jobber.
I have that. Uber for handyman.
But yeah, like it's one app that you're like scroll through the categories and you're like, does somebody mow lawns? And like bump, oh, cool. And then oh, here's this guy. He's that far away from me. He's got a 4-star rating. That can't be that bad. Get him over here to mow my lawn.
I hate to say it, but like this is pretty much a winner.
Yeah.
Is this Thunk Tank where we had 2 actual good ideas?
Yeah.
Way to go, Calvin. I think both of them were yours. I'm giving you credit whether you
No.
won it or not.
I
Yeah,
was
like,
just
fuck
I was
me,
just
right?
consolidating your great
That's
ideas.
really good.
So
That's what
hold
we
on.
do.
Here's the thing, though, right? I think this already exists.
Is
But
it
it's
called
like-
Craigslist?
No, Craigslist is like is Uber, but for weird shit.
Mm.
So
Gotten cool stuff.
So
on
I think
Craigslist.
this exists. I think there are like things that are like for handymen and for like different odd job type
Right.
thing.
The cool thing is like you could make a living in your like small city by just signing up for anything.
Yeah, no, I'll do almost anything for money is probably a button we put on that app.
Yeah.
Almost anything. I said almost anything. Don't shake your head at me like I'm some sort of fool. No,
Dog walking, mowing the lawn, murder.
Air conditioning, moving, snow blowing,
Look, I'm a
Dungeons
person.
and Dragons, furniture, propane, babysitting, car washes. I'm just going through my list now.
Yeah, that's
All right,
great.
what is
That's
Uber
great.
for Dungeons and Dragons, and how does it work? Is it the dungeon master, and it's just like a guy, and he's like, "Hi, my name's Terry." Yep, no, all right. So you find yourself in a tavern.
That's awesome.
So 2 things. One, professional paid dungeon masters actually exist,
Yep.
and people like hire them for their private D&D games. And 2, maybe you just need someone to play a cleric. Maybe you have like 2 people, and you just need a fucking cleric because nobody wants to be the fucking cleric.
That's true. Although
Yeah,
clerics are
hire
not
a
just for
cleric.
healers. Clerics aren't. This is a PSA to all our fantastic listeners out there. Thanks for tweeting at that hashtag #ThunkTank. But clerics are not just for healing. Clerics, you can love your cleric. Love your cleric, guys. Clerics are also for hitting.
Clerics do nothing but heal. They're good
They
at nothing
heal and they
else.
hit.
No. All clerics are
Pretty-
pacifist. It's the rules.
That's seems untrue, but I don't know enough about clerics to disagree with you. So if we have Uber, but right?
Uber but 4, we'll call it.
Uber butt 4. And it's like, yeah, the logo is like a little butt.
Yes.
And it's like this great butt, and there's 4 of them. There's Uber butt 4.
Yes.
There's 4 butts.
Uber but 4.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awful. God, wow. We've taken a great idea and we've been like, let's market it the worst way possible.
Are you kidding? People would love that.
So maybe the logo is a U with an umlaut, a picture of a butt, and the number 4.
Yes.
Oh, that's upsettingly good.
It is.
Yeah.
We never say the word Uber.
Mm-hmm.
on
Right.
our thing. We never say it.
Uber 4.
Uber for
Uber for
Uber for.
Ah!
is you but for spelled. We should get both of them and just have them redirect to one of them.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You just have to show up in the app stores. You know,
Yeah.
it's the only thing that matters. Websites don't matter at that
Hold
point.
on.
You don't need a website when you have an app.
But for.com. Oh, I probably shouldn't just try to go directly to that, but it doesn't seem to exist. You, but with one T, number 4.com. I can buy that.
Mm-hmm. That's because it's.
Let me try to tap a second T. I can also buy that.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. God damn it. This is how I lose a lot of money. Just buying
The website
websites.
costs like $7. I've bought like 6 for this podcast.
Fuck. Oh, I gotta stop looking on. Look, hey, at Squarespace, hashtag fucking pay us money. Your shit costs a lot of money. I'm searching domains on you motherfuckers. Don't use Squarespace until they pay us money to tell you to use Squarespace. All right, that's all I'm saying.
This is an
Yeah,
explicit
Namecheap has
podcast,
cheap-
and it is not
cheap
for children.
things.
It's not for children.
You just go to Namecheap or
Is
like,
that to let babies
whatever.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if you're a baby and you're listening to this podcast, stop listening to this podcast. You're
Well,
a
what-
baby. There's like
Well-
YouTube for kids. Go there.
I mean, to be fair, if you're a baby, like a baby, you definitely should not be even listening to anything like this. This is not
Maybe,
proper educational
maybe we have
experience.
calming, reassuring voices that will accustom children to listening to crazy people later in life.
Oh, that is true. They do have to be ready to listen to crazy people.
That's like most jobs.
That is like most jobs. That's upsetting. Ah,
I'm sorry if that's too real for you, bro. How's your job going?
Too real. Good. I did have an experience today that I'll just talk about.
Okay, please.
Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to be able to enter into a building because I work partially for a university in a country. I won't say which country.
Is it Australia? I'll bet it's Australia.
It's
It
probably
might be Australia. But I had an experience where I was supposed to go into a building to drop off some samples of things. As I'm being as vague as possible.
Fake, because of
Very vague.
NDAs.
All of the doors were locked, and I'm like, shit. And then I was like, I should probably try my keys. Maybe they work in these. But then I saw someone go into a door, and I quickly ran to that door and got into a building I probably wasn't supposed to be able to be into. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I
Probably
mean,
shouldn't
like-
be saying this on a podcast, bro.
He's being
I mean, it's
vague.
pretty
He's
much
being
fine
vague.
because I was told to go there, and I'm just
Oh.
I haven't been taught if my keys work in the door or not, and I haven't tried them, so I'm gonna assume they do. And then I'm supposed to be there.
I'll just assume I'm allowed in this building I snuck into. It's probably fine.
Was told to go there, and I literally did just walk in and be like, "Hey, just drop these off." And they're like, "Great," and I'm like, "Cool," and then I left, and like everything was fine. But like, what I'd like to say is, people have better security.
Nothing. Security is garbage everywhere.
Oh no, that's
it's
true.
just terrible.
But, I'm pretty sure if I just I don't know, hid in the aisles of a supermarket, I could just stay there overnight.
Yeah, probably.
There's an equation to judge the secureness of something, and the highest point of security is when one person has access to it, and you cut that number in half when you give two people access to it.
I'd like to say that the highest number should be when no one has access to it.
That's not secure. That's unobtainable. That's different. That's like
that's secure. I want this shoebox here to be untouchable.
No, then you destroy it. You destroy it.
No,
I need it. I might need it later.
Then you have access to it.
Not if you put it in concrete.
That's accessible.
Encapsulate it with concrete.
Totally accessible.
It belongs in a museum, but it's too dangerous for a museum right now.
like the Ark of the Covenant?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It melts Nazis. Which, to be fair,
like
doesn't
a good
seem
thing.
bad.
Can we get that back?
Yeah, like
now.
I would just suggest a worldwide tour of the Ark of the Covenant, and it's just like, hey, everybody, today's Covenant Day, and this thing, come look at the Ark, and if you melt, you really are a fucker. Hey, fuck you, guy.
I want to point out that in that movie, they didn't melt because they were Nazis. They melted because they looked at it.
Yeah,
I know.
You can't look at the face of God and live.
It couldn't be like Ark of the Covenant. It will judge you because of God. Which, to be fair, with the last one, what was the last one?
The last one was with the
crystal skull.
With
no,
in the
one
fridge.
With the goblet. Yeah.
The quest for the Holy Grail.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that though. That's what I was gonna say.
It wasn't.
There are four.
I'm thinking of the Monty Python movie again.
There are four.
Right. Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, the Ark.
Cup Murder.
The Chalice. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Monty Python one.
It is.
That's what the
Indiana
artifact
Jones
was.
and the quest for the whole. I'm looking it up.
It's not the quest for the Holy Grail, but it's
Grail is a terrible.
Last Crusade. That's Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
That's a good name. Yeah. Okay.
That's a great name. It's way better than Holy Grail.
Do we consider the Young Indiana Jones TV series non-canonical then?
No.
No, we consider it canonical. We just don't count it.
It's totally canonical. Do you know that the Ark, the thing where they close their eyes and they turn away, like that, just how that came out of nowhere? They cut the scene that explained to do that, where he learned to not look. Yeah. There was that made more sense before they cut that scene out.
God.
Well, maybe they should re-release it with that scene restored.
I hate to say it, I'd probably watch another Indiana Jones movie. God. They did reboot it. They rebooted it, and they were like, do you remember the Crystal Skull? The Crystal Skull was the reboot.
It's not a reboot.
No, it wasn't. It was a setup, maybe.
It was the setup for the reboot. It was a long-awaited sequel that was shitty that set up a reboot.
It wasn't that bad.
That reboot never happened.
I rewatched it recently, and it wasn't as bad as, and I wasn't as upset about it this time as I was when I saw it originally.
2020 has lowered your expectations.
Oh yeah, way down.
Yeah.
This is great. What a fantastic film about people doing things. I love doing things. Ha ha.
Well, I also watched it like ones after the other. Like I watched all the Indiana movies.
Oh shit!
And it wasn't as bad in comparison, you know.
So I have a question. I have a question for you. I think his name was Short Round or Half Round or
Short Round, yeah.
Short Round.
Yeah,
Was he ever explained? Was there anywhere they met him and like he
No.
was explained?
Yeah,
It
in the
was just-
comics.
They
I'm-
were-
I'm-
were-
I'm
wait,
lying,
Did
I'm
the
lying.
comics come
I'm
out
just-
before the movie?
I'm lying.
Please no, I'm lying.
I made that up. That's made up.
Okay,
Mm.
that's a good one because there are Indiana Jones comics. I didn't.
There probably
there
are.
must be Indiana Jones
They're
comics,
almost-
but I don't
almost-
think they were like released at the time. Those are like people who are being nostalgic about the movies making comics.
Yeah,
Right.
there's probably.
Right?
I mean, it was the '80s, right? There's probably like.
They must have made a comic out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Young Indiana Jones, I will point out, also had a couple of seasons, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I recall watching it and not hating it, but I was younger and much dumber then.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah, same.
We all were. I mean, I would point out Young Indiana Jones. I did watch.
Oh wow!
I did watch the first episode, and the bullwhip really upset me because they like shoehorned it into the first episode. He found a bullwhip, and there was a lion, and like shit. I'd watched the first episode years and years ago. Really?
So the comics came out contemporaneously with the movies,
Wait. Oh,
like at the same time. They were
Do they-
like comics.
Did they explain Short Round?
I don't know. I haven't downloaded the comics yet.
Okay, we'll get back. We'll get back to you on
purchased
that.
them legitimately. Thank
Can
you, our
purchase them
patron-
legitimately?
patrons, for supplying us with the ability to purchase ancient comic books, read them, and then never talk to you about them again, except on our Discord. Join our Discord, Thunktank/fucking Discord or
There's a
whatever the
link.
fuck that
There's a
is.
link. It's like somewhere here.
Somewhere on the YouTube channel, go to thunktank.com for clicking on the things.
Oh, it's if you go to the main channel page, which is down over there, and then you look at the like on the banner over this way, then you'll find it.
Unless you're on mobile, in which case just do some other
Oh.
things, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry. Too bad.
or if you're watching this in the future and YouTube has changed their user interface, do the things you do now in the future.
Mm.
Also, please come back here and save us, please.
Please,
We're trapped.
someone just let us escape this terrible couple years.
Holy shit! All right, let me pitch to you what I'm looking at here. Broadcast history for Indiana Jones, for Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which is a terrible name. Could have just been Young Indiana Jones,
Chronicles.
but it's Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Season 1. 6 episodes. March 4th is when it first aired. 1992. Fantastic. It ended airing on April 8th, March to April. Aired for about a month. 6 episodes. Perfect. Great. That did well. Second season. 22 episodes. Started airing September of the same year.
Oh, it was like a mini series that got picked up to be a TV show.
Yep. Makes sense.
Cool.
Fucking canceled.
When?
Then it went to 4 TV films on a different network 2 years later.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And apparently Harrison Ford was also in this.
Huh.
Oh,
Because
that's
there was
nice.
a 9-year-old child version of Indy, a 20-something deep V-neck version of Indy, a Harrison Ford version of Indy, and an old man version of Indy who has an eye patch.
Sweet.
Canonically, Harrison Ford lost an eye. That's right,
No.
folks.
Well,
Indiana,
yeah.
Indiana
Harrison
Jones
Ford's
lost
the
an eye.
actor. Don't get confused.
Harrison Ford is
Yeah.
a method actor. They had to blind him for it.
So, man, that's weird. I didn't know he was in it. I guess I haven't
Well,
seen
now
very
you
much of
know.
it.
Is it anywhere on streaming? Do you guys know? Can I watch any of this?
That's a good question.
I mean, probably.
The answer is I don't know. Normally, like the internet pops up things that are like, "Hey, you can watch it here if you pay us like $8,000 a month and then go fuck yourself." But no, it looks like this is on Netflix.
I may be watching some young Indiana Jones in the very near
Apparently,
future.
or at least it was.
I canceled my
At
Netflix.
least Google says it is.
That's fair. That's pretty fair.
They keep raising the prices. Why do they do that?
Yeah, screw
They,
those
they
guys.
raised the prices.
Charging
Constantly.
money. How dare they?
So I may be wrong. It may not currently be on there anymore.
Hmm.
It's just it's a Yahoo Answers question that was answered. Or no, it's a Yahoo blog. Oh God, how is Yahoo still going?
I don't know.
What
I mean-
fuels it?
I think somebody bought it for like a ridiculous amount of money and then sold it after it was worth a lot less. And then it's still there's probably still people who have emails at yahoo.com.
I used to have
Still
one.
go to the Yahoo homepage, so it probably generates them some money. Because changing your email is a hassle, and as long as it works, just keep doing it, right?
Oh God.
I used to hang out in Yahoo chat rooms and stuff back in ye olden days of the internet.
I did used to troll Yahoo Answers.
Well, that's
Oh yeah,
that's
everybody did.
new.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know. But, I would like to point out it is no longer available on Netflix. Unsubscribe from Netflix, people. This is
Unsubscribe.
bullshit, and we're not putting up with it anymore.
Unless they want
Yeah.
to make our
Stand.
alligators and a sharks movie, then that's different.
Yeah. Then
Oh,
go
in that
subscribe
case,
to Netflix
please,
for
please
that.
subscribe to Netflix. You probably need 5 screens at once. You should pay for that.
Yeah, get the best Netflix package. It's better for
Hmm.
reasons probably.
So, in classic fashion, we should talk about our both what we learned and our future plans for this podcast live in our podcast, so that everyone is aware of what we're planning on doing. I think we should start having an ad break in
Oh,
the
yeah?
middle of the episode. I think we
Do
should go. We should have
we
ad break.
Do the ads, or do we just
do the
play
ads.
an ad?
No, we don't play ads.
Oh, okay,
We
good.
read the ads given to us by our advertisers who pay us money to make this show happen. Because you patrons are not fucking cutting the bill. I'll be honest. Step it up. Maybe we won't do ads, but you're gonna have to listen to our shitty fucking ads, especially until we get advertisers.
Please
They're gonna be really
like
shitty.
and subscribe on these videos because seriously, we're not popular enough yet to get advertisers.
You say that, but I'm sure we could sell if we sell up cheap enough.
Actually,
Right?
that's a
Supply and
good point.
demand says we should be selling ads for $1.
Maybe a
To
penny.
be fair,
If
I
you want
think
us
it
to
would be
read your
pretty
ad
funny.
copy for a minute, pay us $1.
Okay,
Mm.
that should be a Patreon thing. On Patreon,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like $10. We'll read your ad.
Anything. We'll read anything for $1.
Anything that doesn't involve hateful material. Yeah, absolutely.
You can read hateful material in the right way. You read almost anything in the right way to make it okay.
That is true. As much as I hate to say it, that is true. Until you start hitting a certain couple of opinions, and then it really goes downhill. There's a few things. So what did you guys learn today? I feel like I don't know how long we've been doing this, or
Oh
where
yeah,
the
we're
buck
hitting
stopped,
the
but-
mark.
but
Yeah.
I think you guys should have learned something by now.
Learning?
I learned that really there's only two types of government. There's capitalism and communism, and everything else is just flavors of that.
I learned that I'm terrified of the concept of giving a bad review to someone that does any sort of job for me that I might have to see again.
It's a good lesson. I learned there's Indiana Jones comics that are apparently in existence.
Wow.
Definitely not good.
Probably
it might
not
be.
good.
Bet
They
money
might-
they're not good.
Haven't read them yet.
They're
Maybe
there.
next week I'll report back on the quality of the Indiana Jones comics.
Please do.
And-
And let us
and
know if
I
Short
think-
Round was explained in the comics.
Yeah.
If I can determine Short Round's backstory, I will share it next week.
Thank you.
Um,
welcome.
so, title for this episode, I think Indiana Jones explains communism.
Bean Dad Nazi face melt challenge.
What?
Bean Dad Nazi face melt challenge.
Bean Dad Nazi face melt challenge.
So, in case you guys missed it on Twitter, this guy who everyone's calling Bean Dad did some shitty parenting wherein he watched his 9-year-old daughter try to open a can of beans for 6 hours because she was hungry. Yeah, like, wow, right? Like, he didn't teach her to use a can opener previously. Well, this is a teachable moment, right? So anyway, he's a total shitbag. Turns out he's also a Nazi. Maybe he's not like an explicit Nazi, but he's definitely like a hardcore racist type of shitbag. So, my brother and me, the popular internet podcast that we are not ripping off at all, stopped using the theme song he'd written.
Oh shit! Is that right? All right. So no. So let me tell you what my tweet. So as some people know, I'm paid very little, and by that I mean literally nothing, to write tweets for this wonderful podcast. And my tweet was literally going to be, thanks for lowering the quality of your theme song. Now we can compete with you better.
Oh!
That effect. And I was thinking, like, you really went under our quality of intro music, so now we're doing better. Like, fuck yeah. But apparently, I'm not allowed to fucking do that anymore because they had good reasons. Fucking assholes with their fucking. It's like legitimately listened to their new episode today and was like, fuck yeah, I got my tweet ready.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, thank God. I would have really walked into that one. That swinging door would have hit me right on the ass. God, okay, interesting. Is that John Roderick or someone else from The Long Winters?
I don't know.
Okay, because that's the fucking theme song. It's from John Roderick and The Long Winters.
Might have been John Roderick. Roderick sounds familiar.
Off of the album Putting the Days to Bed. It's an intro
don't know anything about
from
that.
They say it every episode, and it's fucking ingrained in me, and it really upsets me that I'm a fan of their podcast now that we have a podcast, but wasn't before. I wasn't before. Fuck me.
All right.
It's like opening a McDonald's and being like, I never ate fast food, but I can't stop eating Burger King now. Well, this has been Thunk Tank, a podcast by three brothers who want you to know, fuck Nazis.
Yeah.
And with that, credits.
I think let's roll the credits then.
Thanks to our Patreons and all the wonderful names listed in these credits that have supported us and helped our show become a reality. We got hungry mouths to feed, and we always could use a hand. So go to patreon.com/thunktank. And
subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things.